watching.
Not so little anymore. But she did say now she knows why people elope.
Get back.
Please be seated. Darren and Rebecca, today you get to marry your best friend. The one you laugh with and cry with. The one that you've learned from and shared with. The one that you've chosen to support, encourage, and give yourself to all the days of your life. Today you get to marry the very one that you love. And Darren and Rebecca want to welcome all of you to this celebration of their love for one another. Each of you, whether you're here or watching at home, has given something very special to their lives. And your love and encouragement is forever appreciated. And they want to thank you for sharing one of life's most important days with them. And they hope that you are just as a part of their tomorrows as you are of their todays. And we're also joined here today by our loved ones who watch over us from above, especially Rebecca's mom and dad, who are without a doubt smiling down on their little girl today and every day, wishing her a lifetime of love and happiness. And we also remember Rebecca's grandparents, Jim, Ron, Marie, and Darren's grandparents, Mose, Edie, Clarence, and Dorothy. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen and unheard, but still loved and still missed. And although we cannot see you, we know that you're here in spirit. And we know that you would be here today if heaven wasn't so far away. Union by Robert Fulghum. You have known each other from that first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. And at some point, the two of you decided to marry. And from that moment of yes to this moment of yes, you've been making promises and agreements in informal ways. All those conversations that were held in a car, or over a meal, or during a long walk. All those sentences that began with, "When we're married," and continued with, "I will," and "you will," and "we will." And those late night talks about someday, and somehow, and maybe. All those promises that are the unspoken matters of the heart. All those common things or more. That is the real process of a wedding. And the symbolic vows that you're about to say to one another is a way of saying, hey, you know all those things that we promised and that we hoped for and that we dreamed of? Well, I actually meant them. Every word. And now take a moment and look at each other. Before this moment, you've been many things to each other. Acquaintances, friends, companions, lovers, dancing partners, and even teachers. For you have learned so much from each other over the last few years. And now you shall say a few words that's going to take you across a new threshold in life. And things will never quite be the same for the two of you. For in a moment, you get to say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my wife. Ever since Darren was a little boy, he's prided himself on being a gentleman. So before he asked for Rebecca's hand in marriage, he wanted her father's blessing. And when Darren arrived at Becca's house, her father, Jim, was outside doing yard work. And as Darren relayed his intentions and expressed his deep love for Becca, Jim, ever the jokester, took out a chainsaw just to show Darren what could exactly happen to somebody who would hurt his little girl. Darren always appreciated Jim's sense of humor, and he promised to treat her with the utmost care and respect. Since that night that Darren took Becca to Downhill Grill, the two of them have not stopped laughing. With Becca's friendly and easygoing personality, Darren found that he was able to just be himself. Darren jokes that Becca has turned him into half a stalker because he would regularly pull into the Rite Aid parking lot where she would work, just hoping to catch a glance of her. And although they try their best to take things slow, the two of them could not help but fall in love. Everyone who knows Becca and Darren have seen for themselves that these two possess a very rare and exceptional love. They're not just boyfriend and girlfriend. They're best friends. They enjoy every moment that they spend together, whether it's watching horror movies, visiting a cemetery, or just hanging out on a beach in Florida. They live to make memories and discover joy in those everyday moments. They don't do things for each other out of obligation, but only just to see the other person smile. Becca feels so blessed to be loved by such a kind and gentle man who makes her laugh until tears are streaming down her face. And Becca fondly remembers the first time that she realized that she wanted to spend the rest of her life with Darren. He had just given a eulogy, and a woman approached Becca and told her, "Your husband spoke beautifully." And to Becca's surprise, she didn't correct the lady, because Becca intrinsically knew that one day Darren would in fact be her husband. And as the months and years passed, it became clear to both Darren and Becca that they perfectly complemented one another. This was especially evident when the two of them moved in together. Darren credits her with transforming their apartment into smelling like Bath and Body Works and ensuring that he would always have more to eat than just condiments. And he especially appreciates how she runs the house without running him. In addition to having fun together, Darren and Becca have leaned on each other during the hardest of times. They have proven that they have and they will take each other for better and for worse, but never for granted. And knowing that there was no one else that they would rather be with, on July 30th, 2018, Darren took Becca to their favorite mini golf place, Boots and Birdies. Becca was just hoping to finish off the day with some fried dough. But instead, Darren completely shocked her by getting down on one knee on the 18th hole and asking her to be his wife. She gladly said yes, and she didn't even bring up the fact that she still wanted fried dough because she was so happy that she had a beautiful ring and a great man to spend the rest of her life with. Becca and Darren, may your life together be filled with health and happiness and wonderful memories. And many decades from now, may you be able to see the laugh lines ingrained in each other's face and reflect upon that wonderful life that the two of you have built together. Darren and Becca, since it is your intention to enter into marriage, please declare your consent. Have you come here freely today and without reservation to commit yourself to each other in marriage? Will you be respectful and value one another as equals, be open, honest, patient, trust and have faith in one another, and also be worthy of that trust? Marriage is an ongoing dialogue, a series of discussions that will help you find your way together. Will you listen and communicate with each other fully and fearlessly? Every marriage requires a leap of faith. Will you work, even when that work is hard, to honor your vows? As your life unfolds before you, will you remain true to the promise that you will make here today? I take you to be my best friend, my faithful partner, and my one true love. I promise to encourage you, to inspire you, and to love you truly, through good times and in bad. I will forever be there to laugh with you and to lift you up when you are down. I will love you unconditionally through all our adventures in life. And maybe I might even let you win an argument. I take you to be my best friend. Yep. No, you're good. You're good.
I take you to be my best friend.
My faithful partner.
My faithful partner.
And my one true love.
And my one true love.
I promise to encourage you.
I promise to encourage you.
To inspire you.
To inspire you.
To love you truly.
To love you truly.
Through good times and bad.
Through good times and bad.
I will forever be there.
I will forever be there.
To laugh with you.
To laugh with you.
To lift you up.
To lift you up.
To love you unconditionally.
To love you unconditionally.
Through all our adventures in life together.
Through all our adventures in life together.
And maybe
And maybe.
I'll let you think that you won an argument. I would like to invite Darren's parents and Becca's godparents, Chuck and Kathy, and stepmom Brenda, to please come up. From the beginning, you have provided Darren and Becca with unconditional support and love. You have nurtured and protected them and prayed that one day they would find someone to love them and who they would truly love. And now here they are, standing face to face with that very person. And as you hold their wedding rings in your hand, take a moment and send all of your love and wishes into their ring. And know that just like this ring, your love will forever encircle their fingers. For thousands of years, lovers have exchanged rings as a token of their vows. Darren and Becca, let these rings be a sign that love has a past, a present, and a future through you and within you. Rebecca, with this ring, I marry you. You are now my wife, my beloved, and my friend. Where you go, I will go. And where you are, so is my heart. Darren, with this ring, I marry you. You are now my husband, my beloved, and my friend. Where you go, I will go. And where you are, so is my heart. A marriage is not just the joining of two people, but the joining of two families. And as many of you know, Darren and Rebecca, it's very nice, have shared a passion for genealogy. For those of you who don't know that, that's about family tree. It's not about finding gems. Their own love story would not be the complete without those of the family members who came before them. Today, we honor those family members. And now Darren and Becca unite their past and their heritage to create one family tree. And Darren and Rebecca, when you look at this beautiful tree, reflect on all that has happened because just two people have fallen in love. Darren and Rebecca, now don't miss a chance to put each other first. Now that you've vowed for better or for worse. Don't let the beauty of this life pass you by. And in times of trouble, the two of you will stand side by side. And now with this promise and declaration of love, it is my pleasure, through in accordance with the laws of New York and by the virtue of authority vested in me by the state of New York, to now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for Mr. and Mrs. Darren Foster.